Start of a live stream. Man, you guys are all still talking about weather already. Great. I know that the live stream's going on because we're all talking about weather. A bunch of sailors. Right now, the weather is really good. Just getting a brief moment. The wind has switched from the southeast over to the northwest, and the wind has pretty much stopped entirely. And as a result, we're rolling a little bit. The waves are washing in from the eastern entrance. Anyways, I wanted to do this live stream to catch you guys up with what's been going on. I've been kind of little down on just a lot of stuff that's going on here, and I haven't made videos, and when I don't make videos, I get depressed, and also there's a lot of reasons to be depressed lately. Also, a lot of reasons to feel good. There's just been a lot of stuff going on. I'll start off with the shipyard is closed. We got forced out basically by the landlords, just refusing to fix any of the things that were breaking down. My boss and them were in kind of pre-legal battles for a long time, trying to get it to the point where they could either reach a settlement or get the shipyard up and operational again, or something. And essentially everyone just walked away. So shipyard got shut down. I'm out of a job there, which financially doesn't hurt me much because I wasn't actually working that many hours, but I was there a lot, you know? And so community wise, that hurts a lot. Of course, the community here is reeling a little bit because they no longer have a shipyard to rely on, which has given me the opportunity for a lot of work on the side, but I am not a shipyard. I'm just a guy who can install a water pump and maybe a bilge pump. And, like I just do little things. But I can't haul a boat out, and I'm not a diesel mechanic, and I cannot do a lot of stuff. So it's a great loss to the community. Also, Mark Halliwell passed away. He's the man in a recent video you saw sailing with me on Kishmal in the last episode of the Kishmal restoration. He passed away just recently, and that's a big loss. We've lost a lot of good men this last couple of years, both on this island and in my life in general. Since the start of COVID, it's not been a good couple of years for the health of older men, and a lot of old men watch my videos. Please take care of yourselves. This bit with Mark has been coming for a long time, so it wasn't really that much of a shock, but it was a real bummer just the same. And out there, I feel for his family. I was out hanging out with Brenda yesterday, and I mean, I don't know, it just hurts a lot, missing him a lot. He's a good guy. And the last piece of, and probably the most pertinent to you guys, is that Millie and I broke up. This has happened 2 months ago. It was just not super great, and I've kind of been feeling like shit about, I don't know, just like the emptiness that happens after a breakup, you just always feel, whether, like, however it goes down, there's always just suddenly being by yourself, not having that person to confide in, not having that connection, and realizing just what kind of a void that leaves in your life, and that sucks. But it was a thing that needed to happen, and that's that. I do want to stipulate, I like to keep my privacy about my relationships and the inner workings of my relationships, so I know a lot of you probably won't understand why we broke up. It was the same thing when I had my previous breakup. Most of my viewers didn't understand it at all. You're not living that relationship, and I don't share the inner workings. I'm not the kind of person to like complain or praise my partner on social media. I'm not going to do that. I just don't want to, and that's my one limit. I don't have a lot of privacy when it comes to social media. I don't have that many concerns. I don't really have liability. Don't have kids. Don't have a house. don't have a lot of things that people want to keep private. That's one of them for me. I just do not like talking about my relationship on social media. This is as close as I'll get. It's uncomfortable for me to do anyways. And I know that 99% of you are very respectful of that. However, I will take this moment to address there are a few folks who feel it necessary to push their relationship advice on people online. I'm sure I get it less than most people online. That being said, still not appreciated. Still not cool. Don't do that. Does not help. In fact, usually makes it way harder. There's a lot of difficult parts about dating somebody who makes YouTube videos and puts their life on social media. There's a lot of things that is challenging for someone to date and be near. And then to get the feedback, like I've learned to develop a thicker skin. Not most of my comments are very positive, right? I don't really need that thick of a skin, but even still, there's some like nasty comments you get from time to time, and I've developed a thick skin about them because I'm used to it because I've been at this for 6 years. My partner's not, you know, my sisters aren't, my friends, the people around me, they're not. That's not the life that they signed up for. And they check the comments and they're in there. They see that shit. It does not help at all. And I know that most of these people who leave these comments think that they're helping. You know, they really do. It's this weird quirk where they think that by telling me some frankly sexist, nasty shit, that they're going to somehow help out. They're not. This isn't the reason we broke up, but since I'm talking about relationships, I thought I'd air that out. Just, guys, you're not in the relationship. This is a shock, and I'm sorry. But you're not in this, so you don't see how it's happening and what's actually going on. So just don't, whether it's me or whether it's somebody else you see on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you don't understand what their relationship actually is like. So we all have opinions. I'm not free of this. I have opinions about other people's relationships. I keep that shit to myself. That's just it. Just keep it to yourself. It's okay. There's plenty of other stuff you can criticize. Like I make a lot of mistakes. Criticize those all day long. Don't criticize people's relationships, and don't shit on their partners. They didn't sign up for this. You know, I did, not the people around me. That being said, I have a lot to be grateful of. Oh, one last thing. One last negative, since we're on the negative train. First, I blew up my damn inverter, which is actually kind of a positive. When I say it out loud, fuck that inverter. Oh God, I hate that inverter so much. And now it's dead. Freaking Schneider has been just awful to deal with since day one. I spent $2,500 on a fucking inverter, and I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Anyways, 2 days ago, through a fault of, it was like kind of my mistake, I put the wrong charger on and I left it unattended, and the voltage shutoffs happened on my battery, happened on my solar, did not happen on the inverter, and the voltage climbed up to 100 volts where it stayed with the charger at 100 volts, but the inverter's hard faults failed, of course, because everything on that inverter has failed. The overvoltage faults or overvoltage safeties all kicked out and just didn't work properly, and of course it vaporized the inverter. So look, I'm canvassing companies to see if someone wants to sponsor an inverter, and I'll give them, like, it can only go up from here, guys. It can only go up from here. I picked the most expensive, worst functioning inverter in the market. So one last time, if anyone's thinking of buying a Schneider inverter, for the love of God, do not. Holy shit. If someone's thinking of adopting a pit bull, though, 100% can recommend. Good girl. Yes. Yes. Mike Bennett, I hope you just commented that you like your Xantrex, and I know that you like it. Just know that you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. Xantrex, Schneider, same company, just so people know. Terrible. Awful. The worst. Oh my God. All right. But I do have a lot of things to be grateful of. There's a lot of positives going on in my life right now as well. I have more access to the other workshops here. I've been doing a lot of time. Oh, shit. Hey, the power's back. Okay. Uh, oh my God. The connection dropped out because my 12-volt converter just dropped out. Guys, it's not been good here. Do not fry your electronics. Holy guacamole. All right. Powered that down. What a nightmare. Oh, it's the start of the depressed season. I think that's what it is. It's everyone's having a tough time right now. I see it at work. I see it everywhere else. Oh, but yeah, it's like the winter season started. It's just raining all the damn time, and I think everyone's feeling down. So positives. Do have some positives. I have more access to the workshops, more now than ever. I've been clocking some real time at Liz's sale shop, learning a lot about sail making. There's a lot of stuff coming in, upcoming episodes. I've been doing a lot of stitching work for the boat, which has been a lot of fun. And also getting paid to do some stitching work, which is cool. So we're getting closer and closer to full on sail making. So far, it's like all the biminis and canvas and restitching sails. I've rebuilt several sails now, so it's cool. Like it's just really fun. And I'm also working with our shipwright Dawn and getting to use some of her tools, and that's coming up as well. So yeah, it's just like great influences, great two amazing women that I'm working with here that are very talented in various aspects of boat life. So been learning a lot. Very grateful for that. Also, another bit, I had a breakup, so I bought another motorcycle because apparently that's a thing for me. I'll just say that because I'll make a video about it and I'll just bury the lead. I got a lot of videos to make. I've been filming a bunch. I've just been too depressed to edit, and no, I'm gonna get out of that funk. This live stream is the start of that. Just really need to push myself to actually put out videos regularly. I'm going to make a video about the new motorcycle. It's very exciting for me. It doesn't make any sense. Oh wow, okay. So Pete Phillips asking right now about the old motorcycle, and yeah, I've sold the old bike. The trip I took with Sam, which was in a recent video, was fine. Really uncomfortable, incredibly uncomfortable. Like it took me 3 days to recover afterwards. Shattered my back. Sam was destroyed, and I just wanted. I was like, look, the Mad Max thing was fun, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I got a lot of looks. But I kind of wanted to just ride something that was like rideable, you know. And then this popped up, and it was not only rideable but just really, really cool. And I was like, oh man, it's not an old man bike. Tool Shack's asking, it's not an old man bike. No. The way I look at it, there's a sweet spot between, you know, your 20s where you're going to kill yourself on a sport bike and your 50s where you're going to like shatter your spine on a sport bike. And that spot is where I'm at right now. So I bought myself another sport bike, and that's all I'll say. God damn it. That's it. No more. Well, you'll see it in the cover image when I make that video. Okay. We had Honey run away recently, and I spent 2 days hunting her down, not sleeping, just running around like a madman, which is not good news. Well, the good news is I got her back. So, you know, that's cool. That's cool. You gonna come up here? Come on. Come say hi to people. It'd be weird. But yeah, she's in the doghouse a little bit. She ran off, and here she is. And we got some other good news. I am the proud owner of a Starlink system now. We are not currently streaming on it because it runs on AC power, and I just fried my inverter. But before I fried my inverter, I managed to film a bunch, and my reviews are coming in. What I will say is it's perfect for my boat. It is maybe not perfect for everyone's boat, and it's maybe not perfect in all applications, but it is a huge step for nomads everywhere. I think it's going to be a really big deal to a lot of people. It's a game changer for me, so very excited about that. Hey, all right. And yeah, so other positives. I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff to go on here, but it'll come to me. I don't know. There's other stuff going on. It's not all been okay. So Tool Shack is asking a specific question right now about the how does it handle the rolling? Now you got to remember I'm a catamaran, so it doesn't roll much. However, this is the winter season, and I'm getting some. We've had some pretty nasty storms already, and I found that nasty storms, when we were getting the really bad roll and the boat was doing this, I had a live chat happening, like a live Zoom call, or I think it was a Facebook call or whatever. And what would happen is every 60 seconds, I would lose about 1 second. 1 second would like cut out maybe 2 half-second intervals or whatever. It was very usable, but there'd be just these weird intervals where it would just cut out because of the movement. What I'm trying to say is if you have a monohull that's like under 40 feet, this won't work, basically. I can almost guarantee that if you're in any kind of monohull and it starts storming, like in under that size, like it's gonna, and you're moving around, it's a no-go. So, but that's not all the time. That's only sometimes, right? So I think I'll just take some time right now to answer some of these messages that have been coming up in here, and then I'm gonna dip out because I've got some stuff I gotta run up and do. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Philip, I guess you were talking earlier about this. I've seen this crazy news about this boat catching fire, this big cargo vessel right nearby caught fire, and they weren't able to put it out just by washing the water because it's full of chemicals and stuff, and they didn't want it washing in the water. So they actually had to cool the hull of the boat so that it didn't like, melt the hull and stuff, and they still ended up losing a bunch of cargo overboard. So all right. Let's see. There you go. Oh man, there was like a whole. I feel like I've missed the whole chunk of the chat because all was happening before I got here. Okay. Anyway. So MTB Caleb here wants to know if I thought about an electric motorcycle. I did a video a while back where I test drove the Zero motorcycle, and I did the FR or the FX or whatever it was. Their smaller one, and that bike is like their base model is $8,000, which is not bad. And I think like to get it kitted out pretty nicely for a base model one is still $12,000. Still a very respectable motorcycle at the price. And I know KTM makes an electric dirt bike, and there's a few ones. The one I was really thinking about, and I might still end up getting, is the Suron. I really like the Suron. The problem with the Suron is that I'm 6.5 feet tall. It's like, it looks like I'm on a clown bike because the Suron's quite small. It's only like three and a half grand. Most importantly to me, it's only 115 pounds. So I'm able to put it into a dinghy and get it onto my boat and like go to another island and then drop it on shore and go ride, which that would be like real future picture. That's what I really want. Now, that kind of leaves me in the mountain bike, not really motorcycle range. And the way I look at it, all of this is a journey. I just wanted something that was therapy, and I got a wicked good deal on this bike, and I needed something that was therapy, and this bike is therapy and a half, let me tell you. Leo wants to know if there's any boat project teasers. Well, I'll say we've got a Renergy deal set up. Oh my God, yeah, there's good teasers. Holy crap. So Renergy's solar cells are currently installed. So that's coming down the road. So there's nice solar cells that you can walk on. Really cool. We've got the masts are in. have the mast for the sailboat. That's arrived. I've got the motor. I've got one motor. I don't have a second one yet. What do I have also? The bulwarks are half done. And I'm on works right now to build a better electric heating system for the boat, which I think is personally for me will be one of the bigger game changers. But and then of course we got the wind turbines, which that project is half done as well. So there's a lot coming down the tubes. Then there's like the motorcycle and the Starlink and the like. There's just a lot. So it's exciting for me, and I just need to get my ass in gear. Yeah, so Jay Marshall wants to know if Old Dog is going to be an electric power cat or a sailboat, and it will be an electric power sailor. I just like the redundancy. I'm going to have masts, and I'm going to have really cool masts, and I'm going to have really cool sails, and I'm excited about it. That being said, she's definitely no racer, so she'll be slow either as an electric boat or as a sailboat. She'll be slow, but speed is never really the goal with this boat. Yeah, the insight on this electric bikes thing. The electric bikes thing is oh, I'm really up to date on that. I've been focused a lot on the electric bikes things because I love motorcycles and I love electrics. So there's a lot of great stuff there. The best bang for your buck for an ultra lightweight like 125cc class dirt bike right now is your Suron. And that's a great bang for your buck for a lot of nomads, I would say. People who are considering putting a bike on the back of a camper or an RV or just having a light, small dirt bike for the trails. It's a great whip. And for me, I could even load it onto the boat. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, and Dino's with the same strain, it's like that was the reason I didn't go big on the electric bike because he says here that I've got an e-bike and I don't need a motorcycle. And you're right. Like, all things being equal, the e-bike setup I have right now has a similar range, just albeit a much slower speed than a lot of the small electric dirt bikes. So that's it. And Mike is saying that Renogy has inverters. I know. We'll see. We'll see if that's. Hey, there he is. There's Peter. Okay. Yeah. So there's. I'm happy with my setup right now. I've got rid of the truck. I'm happy with the electric bicycle. I even rode public transit here on the island. We have a little bus, which is cool. It's like a toonie to ride or whatever. Doesn't run very often, but in a pinch, it's useful. I have lots of friends with cars who offer rides regularly for stuff. I'm just happy being on my island and being like in my own little world. And the boat has become very self-sufficient. I've been starting to make my own bread, which I know a lot of you have been doing through the pandemic, and like that was one of the big things. I was carrying growing greens on board and making my own bread, and now it's like, oh, I don't need to do a village run very often, so whatever, I go up once a week and I'm good and I'm happy. But yeah, like life as a sailor living on a boat, like you can't carry a car around with you. Most sailors get by with just their legs. Some have a skateboard or a bicycle, and that's it. And so that's the baseline I'm starting on already. With an electric bike, I'm better set up than most. So do I want other stuff in the future? Yes, most certainly, but I'm happy. All right, I'm gonna keep today's podcast live stream real short. I know that Jordy Travels with Jordy here is asking if there's a demo. Travels with Jordy knows, he hasn't seen them, but he knows what kind of masts I have. So what I will say is I've got the bulkheads now made to close the masts in. And so if we get any sunshine this week, I will be installing those bulkheads along with the base for the mast, at least on deck. And then I'll have the compression post that I still need to weld up. So yeah. Tool Shack's asking me to build a James Bond boat car boat combo. Man, it's not out of the. Oh, you know me. I'm out of my mind. I'll definitely do that. Gypsy wants to know if I got vaccinated. I did get vaccinated. I proudly got vaccinated. I'm very excited for it to be over And if you haven't got vaccinated, you just you know, think about it. Maybe do it. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what's going to convince you. I know that you have a million points if you don't like the idea of being vaccinated. Uh, I have heard most of them because I live on a small hippie island. And I gotta say, pretty dumb. Not convinced by any of them. And I think less of people who loudly pronounce they're unvaccinated. That being said, I can't force you to get it done. And despite your conspiracy theories, neither can the government. So, cool. Please get vaccinated. Please don't be a dickhead about this, and just get it over with. We have way more stuff in our world that's a bigger risk these days. Yeah, we go. Oh my God! So Mike Bennett was just over at Pirates Cove, and I gotta say, if you're stopping through here, Pirates Cove is one of my favorite spots to anchor out. It's a lot of fun. Um, You've got just it's such a great bay to learn how to do all kinds of boating stuff. It's a little challenging. So you got to like really read the charts. You got to line up the arrow on the ground with the X on the tree to get through the reef perfectly. And then you get into one of the safest harbors in all the Southern Gulf. It was such a great learning experience when I first started sailing to sail my little Cal 20 out of Degnan over to Pirates Cove, which is like a 45-minute sail. And just had a great time doing it. Doing that and learned a lot. So I highly suggest Pirates Cove if anyone's passing through. It's wicked. Bruce wants to know if there's more interior jobs coming up. Yeah, I am working on. God, there's quite a few things that you haven't seen yet, and a lot of it's in flux because I'm just like waiting for parts and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of interior jobs. But I've also got 3 workshops to work in. You know, I've got Liz's, Dawn's, and mine to work in. So hopefully all the interior jobs happen faster. Okay, and Sandy really wants to know what kind of bread I'm making. I've got some mentors for the bread stuff who are into the sourdough. I've started my sourdough journey. It's not gone well. I am not a precise man, and sourdough requires delicate precision, of which I do not have much. So, standard bread has been I just want to get that perfectly down, and I've got it really close. So, once I get my inverter back and I can start baking again, then yeah, then I'll continue that journey and I'll share it more in the videos. I just didn't really want to share it until I nailed it. You know what I mean? All right, we got you like electric autos? Check out Jerry Riggs Everything. He's turning a Hummer into an. Oh my God, yeah, I should check that out. That sounds great. So Jerry Riggs Everything sounds great. All right, well, I've got to the end of the list here, guys. Thank you so much for. Hey, Peter. Thank you so much for checking out the live stream. And I have a few boat-related emergencies to go check out. And I hope you guys have a great evening. Yeah, sorry for the lack of videos. I'll get back onto it. I've got a couple that are half finished here. Honestly, you know how it is. Breakups, friends dying, COVID, just sucks. This has just been a shit time. I hope y'all are having less shit times. I hope everything is great, and I hope that we can all see each other on the other end of this and get out of this on one piece. Take care, guys. Bye.